Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Athletic School podcast, the podcast that are for athletes who want more than just results. I'll help you understand and win the inner game so you can perform with clarity, compete with purpose, and grow into who you truly are beyond the sport. And today, I'm going to talk about something that most athletes avoid, which is life after college sports and why so many athletes are feeling lost and why the real problem it's not what you think it is. So stay with me because the answer is not to find a new hobby or just to move on. It's deeper than that. This episode is brought to you by California Avocados Direct. If you are trying to achieve peak performance, you have to watch whatever you're eating. I personally love avocados and I found avocados to be extremely helpful whenever I need to simply enrich the food that I'm eating. If it's breakfast, if it's lunch, dinner, whatever it is, I just throw some avocado in there and it makes everything not only taste better, but I know it helps me with my performance as well. So if you're looking to improve your performance, not only mentally, but physically, and being better on the field and off the field, make sure you check them out because they are a bigger supporter of the athletic school and my followers get 10% off. There's a moment that almost every athlete experiences, and when the season ends, the senior year finishes, the final game is played, and nobody prepares you for the silence that comes after. There's no practice schedule, there's no lift time, there's no more game day routine, and there's no team group chat buzzing anymore. And suddenly, you're sitting there thinking, what do I do now? If you have felt like that, this episode is for you. Because I felt like that before, and that's why I want to bring this up. And the other day, I went to Xavier University to talk about social media with the sports management program there. And I ended up talking to this girl that she's from Italy, and she doesn't really know what she wants to do next. And and that's when it clicked for me that this is an episode that has to be done sooner than later. For 15, 20 years your life had a structure. You woke up with a purpose, you train whether you feel like it or not, your weekends meant competition, your progress was measurable, you knew who you were an athlete. And here's the part nobody talks about, because when the structure disappears, identity gets blurry. So you might still train, you might play pickup here and there, you might follow the leagues, you might still want to play professional, but you're not really sure. But watching competition and being inside competition are two different things. And that difference hits harder than most people expect. So, what does the most athletes do? Well, they try to recreate the old feeling. They train harder, they join adult leagues, they stay busy, they chase certifications, they look for something that feels like game day again. But even when they stay active, something still feels off. Because the real transition, it's not physical, it's psychological. And this is where the inner game becomes everything. In college, competition was scheduled. After college, competition becomes optional. And when competition becomes optional, direction becomes your responsibility. And that's uncomfortable because for years, the system pushed you. Now, no one is pushing you. There's no coach, there's no roster spot. It's just you against yourself. And that's where many athletes start questioning themselves. Am I still disciplined? Am I still competitive? Was I only motivated because someone was watching me? And this is the moment that defines the next chapter. And here's why athletes feel lost after college sports. You didn't lose your sport, you lose structure. Your structure used to automatically give you identity, urgency, purpose. Now you have to create intentionally. And most athletes were never taught how to do that. Being an athlete was never about the uniform, it was about the mindset, the discipline, delayed gratification, resilience, competing when tired, showing up when you don't feel like, all those things. Those traits don't retire, but now you're playing on a different field, in a different arena. Now, competition might look like building a career, starting a business, becoming financially disciplined, staying in elite physical shape, leading in your workplace. The question is no longer, am I still an athlete? The real question is, where am I choosing to compete now? So this week, I want you to try this. I want you to write down 3 areas of your life: health, career, relationships, finance, personal growth. Circle one, just one, and ask, how would that college version of me attack this? Then build a structure around that answer. Because if you don't create a structure, you drift. And athletes were not built to drift. After college, sports is not the end of competition, it's the beginning of self direct competition. And that's harder, but it's more powerful because now you're not competing for playing time, you're competing for the life you want to build. And that's the real inner game. And remember, you are capable of everything. Be stubborn, dream big, but be flexible with how you're gonna get there. Be flexible with the journey. You can do whatever you want. You can become who you want to become. You just have to start winning the inner game first. I'll see you guys next time.